Hello, this is Robert Capucci. I'd like to thank you for joining us for another PT on the Net video interview. Today what we're going to talk about are the acts of commission, or more appropriately, the acts of omission that can kill someone's personal training business in a relatively short period of time, and how do we avoid that? Joining us is the founder of Physical, Mr. Robert Landa. Rob, thank you for joining us.
Hi Bobby, thank you for having me today.
So, what are a few of the things that trainers do or fail to do that can really hurt their business? I mean, little seemingly inconsequential things, but that can have an exponentially damaging effect.
One of the main problems that I found as a personal trainer, and that was my background for 17 years, was managing finances correctly. And managing one's finances is a key, essential part of running any business, but most personal trainers don't really think of it as running a business. They're more concerned with looking after their clients and enjoying their sessions that they're delivering, but the finances are absolutely key. So normally an average trainer would then, at the end of the year, have a huge bag of receipts that they then send off to their accountant. The accountant would then take advantage of them and then charge them literally a fortune to do their accounts for them. Whereas if the trainer had done little things along the way to be able to manage their finances correctly and maybe not get themselves in a situation where at the end of the month they actually didn't have any cash that they could utilize.
You know, that makes a lot of sense. Clearly, managing the finances of our business is non-negotiable. But let me take it from this perspective. If I charge $100 an hour, or £100 or euros an hour, and I'm not saying that's what you should be charging, I'm just throwing that out as a round number, it would make sense that any time I engage in work that's not worth £100, euros, dollars per hour, I'm being less effective. I'm stepping outside of my strength zones. So for a lot of trainers, it's not only that we don't enjoy it, but my God, every time I take my attention off of $100 an hour work, I become less effective in my business. What are some of the solutions for someone in that thought process?
Well, you're right. Your time is your money. Your time is money as a personal trainer. You charge by the hour predominantly. So some of the things that you can do are utilizing a mobile phone, for example. Each time you spend money, take a photograph of the receipt. At least you've got it online on your mobile phone. Then you can upload that to an Excel spreadsheet very simply and record things as you go along. There are some tools out there that actually do this automatically for you and make your life so much easier in the process. So every time you spend, you record exactly what you spend, and then that calculates your Excel spreadsheet for you so that your accountant then doesn't take advantage of you.
What's another idea that we can utilize to simplify the business aspects of our training business?
Well, a lot of personal trainers that are on the gym floor are spending a lot of time texting their clients, remember to do this, don't do this, and remember please to show up for appointments. And what normally happens, or it happened a lot when I was personal training, was on average 5 training sessions a month, clients would forget to show up to the gym. And then I either had an argument with them or they'd know that they had a session, but on average 2 to 3 of those clients every single month would challenge the, well, I didn't think I had an appointment, so therefore I'm not going to pay the $100 for a session. So you're sort of caught between the middle of, do I charge the client, risking losing them as a client, or do I let them off, just for goodwill's sake? But you do realize that your time is money, and if you're standing there, you could have been doing something else, and you could have been training another client. So you're losing out ultimately. So there's some ways, utilizing some tools that you can make sure that your clients know in advance that they're showing up for their appointments, but without the trainer having to sit there and manually remember to text each of their clients the day before just to make sure that they're aware they have a session.
Even just a couple of no-shows every single month. Yep. I mean, you can measure that monthly, but when you compound that annually, yep, you're talking about serious money, aren't you?
Yep.
So what are some of these tools, Rob?
Well, there's some online tools that automatically send out appointment reminders so that you don't have to. It comes as a standard template, tells the client where the date, the time, the service they're going to be having, and it does it very seamlessly so that the trainer doesn't have to remember how to do that. And it also, there's some tools out there that remind your clients to pay as well. And that was one of the big painful points that I had as a trainer. I'd be busy training my clients and I'd be not focused on how many training sessions left the client had, and then the next time I looked, I'd realize that they owed me 8 or 10 or sometimes more training sessions, and then trying to get a client to bring money to the next session after that, it's always tough. Oh, I forgot my checkbook today, I can't bring it, or I'm really sorry, can I pay you next time? There's a lot of an excuse I'm sure all of us as personal trainers have heard.
You don't want to let that situation get away from you, do you?
So there's some online tools that send out automated payment reminders. So when a client's running low on sessions, so 3 sessions, it sends a little text, just a polite reminder. Hey John, don't forget you've got 3 remaining sessions. Please bring payment to the next session for your next course of treatment. And that makes life a lot easier. And then the trainer then doesn't have to ask for money, because as a personal trainer, I certainly didn't like to ask my clients for money, and I'm sure that a lot of you guys out there will understand that and be in the same boat as I was.
I think many of them concur. So where can we get a hold of these tools?
There's a product called Physical, which we created online, which enables trainers to do all of these things and more to make your business really seamless, so that you can focus just on what you enjoy doing as opposed to the business administration that you may not particularly enjoy. And we do all of that automated for you, making your life very simple, so that you can just deliver great healthcare and training programs to the clients that you take care of.
And the web address is?
www.physical, which is spelled F-I-S-I-K-A-L, so it's physicalical.com.
Very clever. Thank you,
It's
Robert.
one of those web smart words.